Undeterred, unfettered, relentless, 90 years on. Today, an Atmanirbhar and Saksham Indian Air Force is transforming for the future. But the road has been a long and testing one. As the winter of 1947 approached, a young independent India was thrust into the throes of war as tribal hordes invaded the Kashmir Valley. The Indian Air Force rose to the occasion as Dakotas of No. 12 Squadron airlifted the 1st Battalion of the Sikh Regiment into Srinagar as the marauding tribals reached the outskirts of the city. Kashmir was saved by the gallant action of the Air Warriors, who established this crucial air bridge in the first ever joint action in independent India. The Indian Air Force continued to trailblaze this path of glory. In 1965, the unblooded Indian Air Force NADS created history by earning the moniker of Sabre Slayer. 6 years later, the Indian Air Force achieved air supremacy over the erstwhile East Pakistan, enabling the Indian Army to conduct its lightning campaign. MiG-21 made its mark in this war with many noteworthy missions, including a strike on the Governor's house in Dhaka. More recently, the Indian Air Force again proved its mettle, with its strike potential being put to good use, this time on the forbidding heights of Kargil. The legacies live on unforgotten. The torchbearers of yesterday shining light on the path ahead. They continue to inspire traditions of gallantry that define the ethos of the service till date. The Indian Air Force has remained steadfast with the nation in times of need, with effective contribution to humanitarian assistance and disaster relief efforts. The skill and professionalism of our air warriors found wide acclaim in the country as well as on foreign lands. And their acumen in the air found a match in their performance in other arenas as well. The Indian Air Force continues to guard the skies over our nation. The endeavor, as before, being deterrence through competence. As the Indian Air Force develops its muscle, it is increasingly looking towards homegrown solutions for transforming itself into a modern aerospace force. Close interaction with domestic developers is helping the Indian Air Force to have bespoke solutions developed for itself. A prime example is the LCH Prachanda, unique in the world for its ability to efficiently deliver firepower with equal lethality in deserts as well as at high altitudes. As the Indian Air Force looks to work smarter, it has imbibed the concept of Atmanirbharta by developing in-house solutions that have led it to becoming a leaner and more efficient fighting force.
Satellite scan.
The future will see Indian Air Force evolve into an entirely net-centric aerospace force that adopts a system of systems approach to warfare. In this all-inclusive approach to combat, the combined product counts for more than the cumulative effects of the constituent systems.
On the occasion of the 90th anniversary of the Indian Air Force, I extend my warm greetings to all air warriors, NCZ, DSC personnel, civilian staff and their family members. Over the years, the Indian Air Force has grown from being a small tactical air force to one that can now hold its own against any imminent threat. It is natural for one to see this long voyage through the prism of equipment, especially aircraft. But for me, this journey has been characterized most by the toil, ingenuity and sagacity of our predecessors who had the ability to think beyond the resources available to them. Each incremental change made over the years by our veterans has permitted us to stand on the pedestal that is rightfully ours today. My special greetings to all our esteemed veterans and their families. It is also befitting that I, on behalf of all the men and women in blue, pay homage to the air warriors who have made the supreme sacrifice in defense of our country. As the battlefield of tomorrow transforms and becomes more technology driven, we too are innovating to stay ahead of the curve. I would like to assure the citizens of India that the Indian Air Force is ready to take on the future and we will continue to touch the sky with glory. Happy landings and Jai Hind.